stems, the after show Bachelor in Paradise edition. Thanks to Owen's Mixers for putting us here today.
I need some of this.
Because boy, do we need a drink. This was 4 hours
Big episode
of absolute insanity, start to finish. No rose ceremony, just non-stop ridiculousness. Basically, we've got couples just trying to get a free vacation. So if you also need a drink, because you probably do, it's really quite stressful to watch.
Always.
Owen's Mixers. These are the cans, the sparkling margarita mix, and what they're drinking is the regular margarita mix.
You need a little more Owens in your cup.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We are cleaning these after every week, I promise.
We do. Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Yes, for sure.
Here, the open spilling. But it's delicious. You can get them on Amazon, amazon.com/OwensMixers, sent right to your door.
And by the
Super
way,
easy.
it feels like margarita season is coming to an end. It's not. You could drink margaritas all year round.
Right.
So.
There's no such thing as the end of margarita season. That is a non-existent
It only
fable.
ends if we let it end.
Yes. And we're not letting it end.
Right.
Exactly.
Not letting it end.
I agree with that.
Exactly.
Where do you want to start?
So,
Jesus.
look, this is the thing. I think we just go in chronological order here. I think we start Monday night, which, to be honest, feels like so long ago. I don't even. All right, Monday night. Hey, butthead. We're
back to this.
And we got another butthead. I don't know if you know. During it, blah, blah, blah. And if you were a butthead and we were mad at each other.
Right. Which she used in a derogatory
That's
way.
right. I thought that was interesting as well.
Not in a term of endearment, which she used it the first time.
And that's my problem with butthead.
Yeah.
Is that it just comes across that way anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not a compliment. It's not endearing.
Yes,
Hand up.
Fran.
Yes, Fran.
Hand up.
Fran.
Guys.
Oh, no.
Big apology. For my Reese Witherspoon mishap last week.
Equal
I
apologies from the side
noticed
of the
it
table.
when we were recording the recap, and it just popped in my head, and I was like, how dare I
I'm shocked
mess
by you.
up that line? Kelly
my apologies coming right
You
after
have
France.
that whole script
No, she
memorized.
apologized to me
right after
because
France.
I got mad at Kelly. I was like,
No, finish your apology, and I will log
I
into
said,
mine.
hey, but I was like, didn't Reese Witherspoon, it's a Reese Witherspoon line. I said Sweet Home Alabama. Idiot. Legally Blonde.
So stupid.
So stupid.
Legally Blonde in the scene with Luke Wilson.
Yeah,
maybe not to
exactly.
your face. How would I not know that?
Call me a
How would I not know that?
I walk to work every day and people are yelling at me out of taxi cabs and out of apartment windows being like, how did Fran not know that it wasn't legally blonde?
My Nono called me.
Yeah.
He said,
people
how
were
did
going
Fran not know?
crazy.
It's fucked up.
Unbelievably.
Fran, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you on that one. That was
Good on you guys for
that's
owning it, though. Good on you guys for owning it.
Yeah, just want to get out in front of that one.
Yeah.
But Kendall and Joe, this is what's interesting about Kendall and Joe. They have an actual relationship in history, so it's such a different feeling watching them have a conversation. When they went to go speak, it was like, oh, these two really know each other and they have legit relationship problems that they are not going to be able to overcome.
Yeah.
What did you guys think about that conversation?
I feel like Kendall shouldn't have come to Paradise. That's my whole takeaway about this. It's like, if you're not over Joe, and it seems like, of course, when your ex shows up, you're gonna be like, oh, wait, do I still have feelings for my ex? I feel like anybody would feel that way. Kendall fully knew that she wants to be back with Joe, I think. So why wouldn't you try to have that conversation before Paradise?
But does she? Because here's the thing, they're still not willing to compromise on the things that are 100% need to happen. She's not going to move to Chicago. He's not going to move to LA, and that hasn't changed. So these two are not going to be together.
I feel like she thinks that she can somehow convince him to change.
Completely. So, but what she's getting so mad about, and back to what you were saying about them having that comfortability of like actually having been in a relationship, they launched right back into like the real relationship issue that they had, which was neither of them wanted to budge on this living situation. For Kendall to be so mad and be like, well, Joe, we don't even know where it's going to go because, like, I told you I didn't want to move to Chicago, whatever. He doesn't want to move to LA. He has a life in Chicago. If she doesn't want to give his situation a try, why does he have to give her situation a try?
Don't you feel like...
Just break up like they did.
Yeah.
You know
Pick
what I mean?
somewhere in the middle if you really love each other that much.
Or don't you feel like Kendall
Wyoming.
should date people in LA and Joe should date people in Chicago? If they both
like,
don't want to
just
move out of those cities, then just fucking date people there. And maybe don't go on Paradise.
Did you think it was interesting, though, that Joe was saying, he's like, I just wanted us to try it for like a year just to see. Like that to me, and I feel like it sounds a little bit like Kendall's excuse of like not wanting to leave near her family and stuff wasn't as like rock solid as Joe's reasoning to not leave Chicago. It seems like Joe has like a business and stuff, and Kendall not
I also think Kendall probably established for herself at some point in her life, like, and this is what Joe said, I'm not going to move for a man. Like, I'm not going to, like, I'm not going to just tear up my entire life and pack my bags and move somewhere for a guy. But that's when Joe was like, I shouldn't have been just a man. Like, it was more serious than that.
Right.
So, look, this is the thing. Clearly, neither of them were willing to compromise, which means end of relationship.
But it's very much
means it's not going to work.
Yeah.
But none of them are cutting it off like clean, because then when Joe goes and talks to Serena, it should be, oh, you know, I talked to Kendall and our relationship is still in the same place that it was, so we're going to remain broken up. Instead, Joe said, I still want to see where this goes with you, Serena, but it also might get messy with Kendall because I don't think that is completely over either.
Yeah.
I hope Serena is willing to move to Chicago.
I hope so too,
It
because
kind of seems like she is. Like
She is,
already.
I mean, she's from Toronto, and is that far from Chicago?
Kind of, yeah. It's like not so, but it's
It
not as
might
far as
sneaky be
it's like
closer
it's
than-
closer
I don't
than like
know.
New York.
But don't you feel like Joe just keeps entering long distance relationships?
I feel like with this situation, it's hard to not fall into a long distance
I guess
relationship.
with
Like,
the pa-
what
with
what
Bachelor,
luck would it be for
Unless
a girl
you
to
live
go
in
to
San
Chicago?
Diego.
Oh, I mean, a bunch of them are from San Diego.
Yeah.
So.
Right,
Live
right.
in
That
San
is fair.
Diego.
That is fair. Yeah.
Because that really seems to be quite a trend here. But Serena's being such a trooper,
Yeah, she
handling
is.
this, I feel like, pretty well. She did get emotional, but at the end of the day, she's like, I'm just going to trust Joe and see what happens. And also, credit to Joe for being honest with Serena. He's like, look, I am putting you first. Like, I want to be here for you, but also she's here, and I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think that's a real response.
Yeah.
He also sort of gave her like an opt-out situation, like, hey, it might get messy, like if you're not into it, and she's kind of was like, okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
And I mean, she could have said, all right, fuck this, I'm not into it anymore. But it seems like she really is trying to see
Yeah.
what
I mean,
happens
at this
with it.
point, if it doesn't work with Joe and Serena, Serena's just going to go home, I think.
I agree with you. I also think
she'll
at
be
this
with.
point, like, and who knows, because what's crazy is we got 4 hours of an episode that was probably only like one day. You know, like all that happened really close together. So I feel like it's the same feeling with Kendall. Like, it's like we don't see Kendall at all after this. So it's like, well, Kendall, maybe it's also time for you to head out.
Right,
Yeah.
get lost. You're
This
not talking to
doesn't-
anybody. Like,
Yeah,
what are you,
exactly.
What are you up to? There's no
This-
Leo on this beach.
Right.
Like, get out.
And it does feel like Joe is much more willing to potentially find something with someone different than Kendall is. Like,
Oh, yeah, like I can't see Kendall like going on a
right,
date.
exactly.
That's why I feel like Kendall is way more into Joe than Joe is Kendall at this point.
Yeah.
I think that Joe and
It
Serena
did feel
might
that way.
make it.
I think
Not
that too,
make
but
it
wait
to
a
the
minute.
end, but
Something you just said. Did Kendall ever get a date card when she arrived?
No.
That's probably to come.
Yeah.
Probably, right? And she will definitely
You
ask
said
Joe.
that like it was out of a Shakespeare poem.
that's
Oh.
probably to come.
I'm sure that it
It's
is.
likely to come thus.
Well, it is.
Right, because you walk
It's
down those
likely
stairs
to-
late, you get a date card. Like that's
Yeah,
what happens.
Everyone has. Even didn't Alana just get one? At some point, she
Excuse
gets one.
me?
It's
Alana.
Alana. Sorry.
If she's getting one, Kendall should get one.
Kendall will
Definitely.
get a date card, and she will pick Joe,
Who the
and it will
fuck's
cause problems
Alana?
for Serena.
I don't think she's getting one.
I think she has to. She's the only one that came down to. Becca just got one. She got hers a little late. Kendall, it's been like Becca waited a
True.
while, and then she got one. Kendall's definitely gonna get one, and she's definitely gonna choose Joe.
Guys, I
The
don't know. I
answer
think
is-
she might just go home.
I think she's gonna pick
She
Joe.
might just wander
I don't think
around.
she might.
She's
I don't know
trying
if
to
she's
have
gonna.
like one more.
I don't know if she's gonna
you know
make
it's
it long enough to
you know
get
what it's
that
gonna
date
be?
card.
She's gonna try to recreate like their shit.
Who's
in
gonna
paradise.
give her
if
a
they're not
rose?
gonna do all this, they
Yeah.
better. They should.
Kelly,
Yes.
who's gonna? There's a rose ceremony coming up where the men are giving out the roses. Who's gonna give Kendall a rose? There's like 9 million girls.
Oh, that's true.
Are we is a rose ceremony coming?
Is it even coming yet? Have they
Is
announced
a rose
it?
ceremony upon us at any point soon?
Is Lil Jon hosting the next rose ceremony?
It kind of seems like it. Based on that preview, it would seem like it.
Wow.
No idea, but they just keep adding more girls, which we saw tonight.
ridiculous.
But let's move on to what else happened Monday quickly. Noah and Abigail, things are okay. That's all we got to say.
Yep,
I
they're-
really don't
they're
even
good.
think we need to
These-
talk about it that
they're all
much. They
good.
clear things up.
It was cute too, the way they
Yeah.
talked about it. They were like, oh, you know, maybe you said it this way and I felt
Yeah.
it differently, whatever. And
They like
both were
each other.
We'll be cognizant of each other and compromise a little. Very
They,
mature.
they still seem very timid around each other, but in
They
like a
do.
cute like
yes.
high school relationship.
Yeah,
kind of way.
they're not getting engaged, but they'll date.
Right, they're
They'll
feeling
date,
each other
for
out.
sure.
They're feeling
They'll
each
date.
other out.
Noah's wearing a lot of chains.
Noah just seems to be adding. Well, because
Yeah,
the
yeah.
What's the deal
microphone,
with the
the
chains?
microphone
Yeah.
already
Yeah,
looks
yeah,
like a
yeah, girl.
necklace.
Yeah,
Turn
yeah.
away.
Right?
So
So like he just keeps adding necklaces on top of like the microphone.
Yeah.
He's really fallen into
I'm
Paris.
sure
I'm telling you, he's like just decided he wants to be Deanie Babies 2.0. Like, he's falling so into a Dean
Do we think
vibe.
that he's doing that on purpose? Like, every day he's there, he puts a new chain on, and by the end, he's going to unload it on Abigail and be like, the weight of the world was on my shoulders, now we can share it, or some dumb shit.
Shakespeare over here
really getting
out of control.
Kelly is really theatrical tonight.
That's actually a really good idea.
As soon as Titus popped up on tonight's episode.
As soon as he showed up, I was like, there's going to be drama.
Think about this. If we ever get a mole inside the show, which would just be someone that we know going on the show.
Yeah.
We're always asking, what day is it on this show?
Yeah.
Get someone so every single day that passes, you put on a chain. And then every time we see
our
them,
way to
we're
tell
like,
time.
it's day 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But no, they won't tell anybody but us. And
It is
we'll just know
that
the
is
timeline.
incredible how
So
they
we're
say, like,
numbers.
you know, it's been a couple weeks now.
Like a number that has a
No,
4
it
on
hasn't
it,
been a couple
but change it
weeks.
every day. So when they are editing, we'll be able to see, like, maybe on the 5th episode, it'll be like a 3. So it's like, oh, that happened a few days ago.
I think
Like,
they'll
you're
get wise
reusing
to
footage.
that, though. I think
they would.
I think if you just do a number of chains on what day it is,
that
that would be
and
amazing.
actually, at this point, it wouldn't be shocking if they just got 2 chains to do it.
Also
Because they're bringing in a real cast
He
of
could come
characters.
in on day
they
2.
have 2 chains.
Yeah, he'll be there on day 2.
Very specific
2
reference.
chains, but I got me a few on, and he
Yes.
just sits there and just adds. He doesn't move from his seat either.
Yeah, he adds nothing. He's like, he has nothing.
He doesn't
but
speak.
He's there.
They actually don't even address. They don't tell anybody 2 chains is coming.
No.
He's
They
just
try
there.
to see if they can figure it out.
Damn,
Trent
really-
has some phenomenal ideas for moles on this show.
I really like the
You
chain
really do.
idea.
You
We
really
gotta
do.
make our own show, you guys. What are we doing?
I know.
We gotta make
Oh my
we gotta
god!
make
I mean, we
something.
really do. Like,
I know. It's like
just
these
getting
ideas
out of
are
control.
gold. We gotta stop
and
giving
like,
away
let's
for
stop
free.
telling people.
You're right. We
Right,
gotta
this
stop
show
telling
is
people.
live. Whoever's
I
watching
know.
now
Thousands.
knows that idea.
Thousands.
We are giving our
Millions.
ideas away for free.
Everybody forget the chain idea. That's
Millions.
all.
Forget it.
Don't
Keep
think
your
about
mouth
anything
shut.
he said. Keep
All
your
right.
mouth
Oh, no, circle of trust.
Yeah, circle. Yeah, well, this is a circle.
Oh, yeah, you guys
Big
are-
circle of trust.
You guys are
Big
cool.
circle of trust.
You guys are
Bring
cool.
us back
we
on
fuck
track.
with you
Where are we
guys.
Okay,
going?
back on track. Kenny, Mari, we can talk about it because it continued into, it was like a night 1, night 2 situation, but we'll just talk about them night 1, night 2 combined. Kenny and Mari clearly are getting back together. I think Kenny got upset that Mari had said what she said. He went to talk to other women, but as soon as Mari came back, he was like, okay, this is where my true feelings are. And unfortunately, like, Demi is going to be collateral damage here, as well as Tia. I mean, they went on this date and these dates, and it's just not gonna.
Yeah,
it's not gonna work.
I was gonna say, did we forget about Tia? Like,
Tia seems
they
like she doesn't give a
got
fuck.
naked.
Yeah.
I said this
Tia took her
earlier.
top off.
Yeah.
Tia, Becca, Kendall, respective. I'm doing this again.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yep.
Respectfully, leave the beach.
Yeah.
Just go home.
You can just leave the beach.
Leave the
Yeah.
beach. Go home.
There's nothing for you.
Kendall's
there.
the
Like, they're just
Kendall's
too-
the only one I think that about. Becca and Tia deserve
They
their
can
shot.
keep chilling, but like, there's just nobody on the beach for them. Like, they're too at this point. Like, they're too good.
I'm
They're
just
too
like,
good
save
for,
yourselves. You
Maybe
guys have,
Tia,
like, really
but
put
Becca
in
and
the work.
Thomas seemed like they could actually have a connection. So, just saying. Just saying. Okay,
I don't know how I feel
Let's
about that.
see the connection between Becca and Thomas, but we'll get there.
I think he's just tall.
and I think Becca.
I think
recognize
Thomas
Rebecca,
is
I
very
understand.
Garrett-esque.
Very
and
much.
That means they will end up
And I had a crush
together.
on Garrett too before I found out he was a real
Terrible.
asshole.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, here we are. All right, let's get to the
break it
juicy
down.
Let's
stuff.
do it.
Let's really get to
break it
what
down.
we want to talk about. Brendan
I wish I had a fork and a knife
and
right now.
Piper.
Same.
Brendan and Piper somehow stole the show Monday night so much that we just didn't get 1 second of anything Tuesday night
Nothing.
about them at all. It was incredible. It was like everyone. I'm guessing because Piper is so, and we talked about this, and Devin said this as well.
Piper.
Piper.
I barely know it.
That really brought down the viewing party
Yeah,
today.
really nailed it.
That really,
I'm
we had
shocked
a,
you guys have never. Whatever.
I
I'll
think
take all the credit for
Piper,
it.
I think, is friends with more of the girls. So like there isn't that initial
Yes.
visceral reaction. Like Natasha is not able to get all the
troops. Yeah.
rallied behind her to take them down when everybody like loves Jasenia and they don't know Chris and Alana, so it's easier for them. But anyway, Brendan and
Nobody
Piper.
knows them.
Brendan and Piper. Piper comes down. It is immediate. Like she doesn't want to talk to anyone else. Brendan, go on this date with me. He talks to Natasha and is like uses a whole bunch of words that aren't coherent sentences, buzzwords. Oh, this is I'm exploring the show is what it's
I think he
for.
said it's
this
a
is
coincidence, too.
coincidence.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like,
What
I didn't know this was gonna
coincidence?
happen.
because Natasha was like, hey, I remember at the beginning of this when
Bullshit.
all of the talk on the beach was that you and Piper were dating before the show. Like she didn't just forget that. Nobody forgot that.
No.
And he was like, well, this is all just a coincidence. So I'm gonna go on this date with this person that I barely know.
Yep.
And that's what it's going to be.
Yep. And he goes on this date with Piper, and it seems like maybe Piper felt a little confused about where they were in their plan, because I don't know why she made him audibly explain the plan.
Yeah.
Like,
Unbelievable.
She I don't know if she like
Fact
was
they
like
had a plan.
I don't know if
Right.
she felt the need to be like, so like the plan's working.
It's working.
Yeah.
He's like, we're
So
on
it's
the
like, we're
date.
good,
Yeah,
we're good.
because she's
Like,
like,
it
so,
seems
you
to
know,
be.
well, she felt like she didn't know what was going on and that she needed an explanation of what happened with Natasha. So it basically put Brendan into the position to say, like, I had to do what I had to do to stay here to make sure I was here for when you got here. And that she smiled ear to ear after that. They were like, we're good.
There were moments where he was 2 seconds from going like this. He wanted to do
like,
that.
shut up.
Because she seemed so excited about getting there and getting to see Brendan. And she's like, oh my gosh, the plan is working. When you don't have to say that.
Right.
The plan is very much
when
working.
you're in a room full of people and you text someone in the room,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Why'd you text me?" And you're like,
You're like, shut the fuck up.
Shut the
I'm
fuck
talking
up.
shit right now.
Right, that's exactly what it is. And
It
then
honestly is.
and they just explained the whole thing in that dinner.
They did.
About how we're together, we're here because what wording did he use? Something about like we're gonna use this opportunity in paradise
Yeah,
to
he said like
get attention or
like the
utilize.
We're gonna utilize paradise to promote ourselves together.
It's like we're here for the followers.
Like we're here for the followers as a couple. Like we want to be a celebrity couple. Do you guys think that Piper, maybe they had this plan to come in and be like a clout couple? Which, to be honest, I wouldn't hate that if they both were there at the same time. They're like, we're here, a clout couple, teamwork. Like this is how we're doing it.
Yeah.
But the fact that she came in late, was Brendan maybe just like too good at schmoozing Natasha that it fucked him over so much? Like he could have been friends.
No, it
he could have
was
gotten
just
like a
the,
friend
like-
alliance. Like, hey, you keep me here, I'll keep you here.
Right.
But we're like not really dating. I'm waiting for Piper. Like that's what he should have done.
But then Natasha could have seeked out other people, and then maybe she has a stronger connection, and then the friendship alliance goes out the window.
But it's only been like
Brendan's
2
gone.
days, right? Like it's been
But
such a short amount of time.
And
also just
it's
like
not seeked out, it's sought
the
out,
chains.
right?
What'd I say?
I said seeked
Oh,
out.
Yeah, it's
sought out,
myself,
yes.
sought out.
It's also just
I didn't even
like
notice.
trying to cover your ass afterwards.
Right.
Like it was more the ridiculous statements he made to Natasha after this conversation.
Yeah.
Like it's all the lying. He
get me
just
started.
did not tell her the truth at any step of the way here at all. And Natasha was smart to pull Piper alone first. And
So
you know,
smart.
they met 2 months
smart.
ago, not a month ago. They've hung out 10 times, not 2
2.
times.
She went to Boston.
They spoke right before he left for Paradise.
Yeah.
Like things, they had it all figured out. And then when Brendan went to speak to Natasha,
Infuriating.
it was
Fran?
unbelievable. He
What were the
basically
words?
tried to tell her that there was no romantic relationship, that he gave her a rose because he wanted to make sure that she was still there to explore her options and to see what else was on the beach. And she was like, that's just not what you told me. And then he said,
I'm gonna explode.
you have selective hearing.
Terrible. Terrible.
There it is.
What's worse, butthead or you have selective hearing?
Selective hearing.
Selective hearing.
Selective hearing could
Everyone likes to
make
talk
me
about
fucking-
gaslighting on this show.
That is it.
I could have killed that man.
Selective- if somebody-
Selective hearing.
For him to be
Oh,
like,
if I got
well,
told I have selective hearing,
I gave
oh
you
my
a rose
god.
because if not with me, you could still find love. Condescending dickhead.
Yeah.
Second, then he starts going with the selective hearing. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? It's all on camera.
You know what
It's all on
you know what
camera.
the rage that you're feeling right
Yeah.
now? I know the exact rage when someone tells you you heard something wrong. You know what
like,
I mean?
no, I
You're like,
didn't.
no, I fucking didn't. No, I didn't.
I promise you I did not. Like I promise you I did not. I was listening to it at that to my full extent.
I've thrown my
fuck are
phone
you
across
saying?
the room about things like that.
Right, and that's the problem
Honestly.
with this because we know, everybody knows that people go on these shows to get followers, to get fame, to get more famous, and that's just part of the deal. Like, it's, nobody really cares about that. It's being a fucking asshole before and after the fact to a person that you lead on. That is the problem.
None of us want to hear them talk about their followers also.
no.
Doesn't this turn Piper off too? Like, I mean,
No.
obviously she doesn't know what he said to Natasha. We're watching that, but like, I would see the way he spoke to Natasha and be like, okay, so if anything ever goes wrong with us, You're going to speak to me like that? Like, I don't want that.
That's exactly what Natasha said when she came down, and she was like, I'm actually not that upset because, like, I'd rather know this now than be, like, with a liar.
Yeah.
That's literally what she said.
Right.
I'm like, you absolutely
She handled
Or
that.
with somebody who's going to tell you have selective hearing.
I mean,
She
there's
handled
nothing
that
worse
so
than
well.
that.
She
No,
did.
no, no,
She really
like,
did.
so incredibly well. So much credit to her. I don't want to say this, guys, but I also feel like there's been so much involvement, I feel like, from the outside world, couples coming in, producers, what's going on. And I just, like, Natasha, I don't want to believe that any of those emotions weren't real because it did seem like she really had no idea.
Yeah.
But when Brendan is looking off camera and he's talking to someone and he says, like, she didn't even really have any prospects, like, basically being like, I kept her here anyway, she would have gone home.
Yeah.
Was so gross, but I feel like if he was talking to another contestant on the show, they would have shown who it was.
Yeah.
So I feel like it had to have been a producer, which makes me think, like, the producers knew what they were doing, having Brendan come in however many days before Piper. Because we all saw the Us Weekly article, like they mentioned to themselves.
Yes.
Right.
Like, we saw that. So we knew that that was going on. The producers knew that that was going on. So they clearly had something going on. And if the producers set up Natasha for that, that's wild to me because, like, she is under that Bachelor Nation umbrella.
Yeah.
Where I'd be surprised, like, you know, as one of their hosts, that they wouldn't be like,
I'm kind of also surprised too. Well, I'm actually not surprised. I just really think that Brendan just like laid it on a little too thick. Like I think he came in with this plan to not be a total asshole. I'm sure he clearly is an asshole.
He is a dickhead.
But he came off so much worse, I think, than he like anticipated. I think because he was like too sweet. He like was too coupley. He was too into it. And he didn't have to be so like. There's plenty of couples on that beach that aren't so like like we're together, we're this, we're that. They're more like on friendly terms. I mean,
Abigail and Noah.
I was just gonna say Abigail and Noah until like yesterday.
What
like,
did you guys think of him trying to cover his microphone?
Oh my God, what an idiot!
It's so stupid.
Just so dumb.
Go in the pool.
Stupid.
I hated that whole conversation when they were going back. Like, actually, I think I have like 78.
Yeah,
Like,
she was like,
almost
"What?"
80. And he's like, yeah, I have like something.
And he was like,
I was
think about
ew.
our names are just going to be out there so much.
You
like,
also know exactly how many followers you have if you're talking about it.
Right.
Everybody
It's
knows.
that's
the exact
embarrassing.
number.
That's embarrassing.
Also,
to
you
know
guys didn't give me the
that.
memo about the outfits you wore today.
Oh shit!
Oh,
sorry.
shit. Oh.
Sorry.
I didn't notice until you. I really didn't notice until you just
I changed
said
my
that.
outfit. Even.
Sorry. We'll coordinate next
My
week.
bad.
We'll
Yeah, next
coordinate
week.
next
But
week.
you pop. You look how bright and
Yeah. Wow.
look how bright you are.
You're the center of attention
Yeah.
now.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Somebody pointed that out on the YouTube. That's
Oh,
why.
Of course.
Shout out
Of
to that
course.
person.
This
no,
whole
but
thing.
that conversation was so icky because and it's like you're not like a megastar. Like you're not like you don't have millions of followers. Piper's like, I gained 8,000 followers. Like what?
You're also shooting
They're
yourself in the
crunching numbers.
They're
Right.
really like
What
they're
are you
really
doing?
counting every single number.
And
here.
we were talking about this earlier today, where when you talk about those things with a mic and a camera around, you soil what you're actually trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Because it's what's happening right now to them, where everyone hates them. They're losing followers, but even the number of followers that they
hilarious.
Even the number of followers
that they are losing.
like a lot.
Like
and
Brendan
really
lost like
fast.
50,000.
Yeah, 50,000. She lost like.
Let's check the count right now.
I think she lost 10. Keep going.
But even the number that they have once this is all over, those people are gonna be like, oh yeah, those are the assholes who were on the show being like, I can't wait to get famous. So it's like you end up not winning either way. What are these numbers at?
All right, so we are we're almost there, folks. We're trying to get Natasha over Brendan's
Everyone
numbers.
follow Natasha right now.
Natasha.
Okay,
Unfollow
so
Brendan.
now think about this and what I was talking about before. This is working out fairly well for Natasha right now.
Yeah, it
Springboard.
certainly is.
Sometimes when you get fucked over, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
Like, she has
she's like,
potentially been in on
Hell,
this
maybe
situation.
she, you know what? Maybe she heard about it and was like, you know what? I'm going to let this fly because I know I'm going to end up looking good because what they're doing is already shady. So I wonder if like she's like,
wait a second.
I'm
fuck these
thinking
guys.
You
I
think
that
Natasha's a part of the plan?
I think Natasha. No, I don't. No,
Not the original plan.
Potentially,
Maybe
not
like a
the
new
original
plan
plan. I'm
the
thinking with producers,
Plan
producers
B.
and Natasha. I think producers and Natasha are like, don't worry, like you will be like this will work for you.
Yeah.
Because
Like,
we're
hey,
gonna
this is
send
happening
like
right
we're
now.
gonna send Piper in late.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit like Charlie Day in front of the bulletin board.
Yeah, I'm also going deep. It really like.
No,
I'm not saying that's
but
not
I'm
possible.
I don't think you're not
It's certainly
100%.
possible.
She also really could just have had absolutely no idea. Also very possible.
Yeah.
There's
Natasha
conspiracies everywhere.
is at 258,000 right now.
She was at 87 last night when the episode aired.
And Brendan, and Brendan is at, just went down another 1,000. It was 290.
We need a follower count of Brendan on the back every week.
It was 290 and now it's 289.
That would be unreal if we just had their follower count.
He started at what was his number?
Slowly
347?
going down.
347.
347.
He's at 289.
And as of this
He's
afternoon,
lost
he was at
54.
I gotta be honest though, how scary is that for Natasha to gain that big of a following overnight? Though, as like great as it is for her brand, that's a lot of followers to gain in one night.
Yeah, 100,000.
That's a lot of voices coming your way.
Yeah.
But right now they're all very supportive.
Very supportive.
I
but-
don't think she's
but
upset about
no,
it.
No, but I'm saying like with support comes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it'll
Shit
probably
will
loop back
it'll turn
around.
around. It always does. It
Yeah,
always
of course,
turns
but
around.
at the end of the day, the more followers she has, the more eyeballs are on her podcast.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be great. But I'm just
more
saying
she can
that's
sell
probably a lot to take in one night. She's probably having
hair.
a rough night.
Oh yeah, well,
think
and
she
she
was
did
posted
post like a
today.
statement. And what also
Posted
came
last
off
night.
really gross was Brendan and Piper's social media. Like Brendan posted a picture, wrote "here for the wrong reasons," like
Whoa.
winky face. Piper posted "all's fair in love and war," and then Piper posted this whole thing about like, hey, remember it's a TV show, you know, the whole spiel that everybody puts out when they're caught in a bad situation on reality TV. But hours before had put out a TikTok of her being like, fucking here I come into paradise, don't care who I have to fuck over, turn the comments off on the TikTok.
Of course,
But it's
obviously.
like,
And you can say, oh, it's a TV show, they cut it how they want, they do it to get the most viewers. There's too much there.
Yeah.
They would have had to piece it together and
whispering between
Right.
each other.
You can only cut up something and make it so interesting without the actual meat of what happened.
We haven't even made it to the second episode, guys.
I know. But to be honest,
To
what
be
even happened in the
honest,
second
It was a
episode?
repeat.
We watched the
Yeah,
same
it
exact
was.
thing happen.
It was a repeat.
The
Just with
same exact
people
thing
I don't
happened.
care about.
Yeah.
Just with
Exactly.
in came Titus. He said, "Here's a VIP party. It's like Love Island. Like we're going to the club. We're bringing in 4
Casa
more girls.
Amor.
Yeah.
Chelsea
Chelsea,
McKenna.
Oh,
Alana.
McKenna's there.
and Aaliyah.
Yes, Aaliyah. Yes.
Aaliyah came in?
Yes,
Yeah.
for like a second.
She was at the
didn't
party.
She didn't like come back out.
I don't remember.
All show up at the party.
Yeah, the
And
redhead.
Chris and Alana waste no time just making out. No, just
And
Jasenia
not even
sees
just
them.
not even just a
Bad
makeout. Like
makeout.
they went aside, they're having a conversation, full tongues. Jasenia sees it immediately, and then 2 seconds later, they're full tongues from behind, Spider-Man style, on the dance floor.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Like what?
Insane.
I don't understand.
Shout out Olivia Holt.
Shout out to
Olivia Holt.
She's great.
Two-time
Fucking
Chicks in the
love
Office
her.
guest.
Yeah, Cruel Summer, great
love
show.
her, yeah.
Great show.
She's great. She's great.
She must love this show. Like she's honestly too good to
Definitely.
be on Bachelor in Paradise. But I'm
Definitely.
assuming
Sure.
she like, if I was a singer, and doesn't matter what level of fame I'm at,
Yep.
I get that offer, I'm going.
Yeah.
You gotta
100%.
go. You gotta go.
I'm probably telling my people to set that up, and they're like, "You're that's below
Right.
you," and I'm
It's like
saying I don't
they're
care.
like,
doesn't
they're like
matter.
you've done it 4 seasons in a row.
yes.
You have to stop going on Bachelor in Paradise.
Please, please stop.
You're bigger than this now, Fran.
Oh
Get it.
man.
Never.
What did you guys think about that Casa Amor party? I kind of liked it actually.
Liked
I liked
it a
it.
lot.
I liked it too.
The conversation that Jasenia and Chris had with like legit club music playing in the back was
Yeah,
very
that was-
funny.
You know
That
what
was
it
great.
reminded me of? The challenge when they finally go out to
Yes.
the bars.
Yes.
It's like, oh.
They're in like the igloo and it's just them.
Shit's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
go down. They're at like an empty-ass bar.
Empty
It's
bar.
just them. You
They're
know.
talking strategy.
Yeah, yep. People are, Jenna and Zach are making out in the background.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are the episodes.
Yeah.
What about all the?
Yeah, congrats, Jenna.
who is at home crying their eyes out? Tammy was crying
All
her
of
eyes
them.
out.
Kendall's on a bed alone.
Kendall was on a bed
Tammy
alone.
was upset. Marissa was upset.
Marissa was crying. Was Tammy crying when they got back? Or no, that was later.
No,
on.
that was later.
on.
That
Tammy
was later,
crying.
but no, all the girls were nervous with the guys going
Something
to this
about
party.
Tammy crying. I'm like, toughen up.
No, right? You know, I've been
just
loving her this
because-
whole time. I saw that and I was
That's
like,
like
girl.
what Tammy would say
I've
to
been-
Tammy.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. That's why when Tammy cries, I'm like,
Yeah.
toughen up, Tammy.
No,
You were supposed to be the strong one.
Yeah.
Please.
She threw herself in
strong
the
for
sand,
us.
like
Yeah.
just the most dramatic bitch. She
I
was
mean,
like,
Marissa was also sobbing.
Yes.
Oh, that
Crazy
was
behavior.
That was
Yeah.
odd because
Very odd.
it's been 5 days, which I get she cares about him, 100% care
Riley,
about him,
yeah.
but it's like
Are you
you
gonna
know
throw yourself in the sand
the
over
full-on sobbing
Yeah.
as if he's like gone off to war. It was like.
It's crazy. And then I love how they cut to him, too. It's Riley. They cut to him, and he's just, like, barely using fingers to, like, be in a conga
he's, like, on the
behind
he's on the love train. Like, it's
yeah. He's, like, barely touching
Fucking
dead
love
in the
Riley.
face. Like,
How did the tide start to turn? I'm trying to remember on Chris. Like, who originally started to say he's a clout chaser?
Well,
he's here for.
When Jasenia came back,
Yeah. Okay.
she laid out what happened, which then had everyone feeling icky. And
I think Joe.
I need an
I've
icky.
said icky
I need
like
an icky
4
count.
times.
icky
Need an
and
icky
gross.
count.
You're just saying icky and
It was an
gross.
icky 2
it's
episodes.
too much Love Island, guys. I just finished UK and they
Yeah.
always say, give me the ick.
Yeah, give me the ick.
Oh, yeah, the ick.
Gross.
The ick is,
I like it.
yeah.
Joe definitely was on a crusade against him as well, but I don't know what happened. Like, these are 2 people that went home night 1 on their seasons, I think. Alana, I think, went home night 1. Chris did. Why are we caring about them so much?
I don't know.
Like, why are we
wait.
putting this much energy into, like, and I feel like Natasha was just at the bar being like, hello,
Yeah.
anyone
It's happening
want to
to
do
me.
this?
Well, wait, we're forgetting
Anyone
a
want to
part.
do this about me?
They came back from the party, and then the next morning it was like, oh, that fucking party, like, Chris is an asshole. And then a second later, that's when
crying.
Elena came down, met up with Titus.
That's right.
She gave him the day card. She came down and immediately was like, Chris? And he was like, yes, anything to get the fuck out of here, basically.
Jasenia wouldn't
didn't
talk
even
to him.
Well, he didn't even try to talk, or did
No,
he?
he did,
Why
and she
wouldn't
was
they
like, fuck.
show-
After he said yes, though, right? He had said yes,
And
he
then,
was like, I'm going on this
Tammy
date.
said, go talk
Yeah,
to
he's like,
Jasenia.
you should have a conversation with her, and he didn't. Still went on the date. They were gone all day.
But why wouldn't they show them coming home from the party? That's when
I don't know,
shit
they
gets
didn't,
real. People drink, they come home from the party, let's
when
have
she fucked
everyone
up.
converse. It's like, oh, we're gonna get the next morning?
What's wild is I think Chris had 2 plans. Like, I know how like Brendan and Piper had like a plan.
Yeah,
I feel like Chris had 2 plans. I think he had a plan with Jasenia, and I think he had a plan with Alana.
I think you're right.
Because when he came in, Jasenia was like, "See you later, Ivan.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
bye.
Peace, yeah.
Yeah,
Deuces,
Chris is here now. Like, this is who I want to talk
Night
to."
1, Chris.
And Alana, they clearly also had the same kind of conversation. And Jasenia had said, oh, she was all over him in San Diego and like, all this shit's happening beforehand. So they clearly all know each other. He sides with Alana, but when they get back from their date, everyone, Jasenia included, are like, get the fuck out of here. Riley and Joe laid it all out there, said, you guys. And what's funny is he's such a Bachelor in Paradise purist. I love that man
He
so
is.
much.
Great,
He's
yeah.
like, why are all these people in relationships coming on to Paradise?
He says-
He's like, there's not many rules. You come single. That's it.
He said, you come here, you be yourself.
Yeah.
Everybody be yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
yourself.
First of all,
I love
that's rule
Joe's.
number 1.
I love
be
Joe's
yourself,
so much.
and then
Be yourself.
hopefully find someone. And if you
Yeah.
don't, leave. Don't come as a couple.
And don't come in a relationship.
It's kind of crazy.
That is crazy, and I tweeted this. We're getting to a point now where we got to try to get single people on this show.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You really do.
Couples are just trying to get free vacation.
Like,
It's
it
hard.
seems
That's it.
pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Couples are meeting off the show because
Us three?
Bachelor Nation is so.
We're going on Paradise.
Should we go?
I think the 3 of us would crush Paradise.
We would run Paradise.
Wait.
We'd be,
I-
we
I
would
would-
leave
all I can think about is the
Wait.
chains.
We leave as the first throuple?
Yes. Yes. In. Done.
Oh, wait,
Set.
no, now we're going with the plan.
No, fuck.
yeah, that's right.
Scratch
We're still in the
that.
circle of trust. They're not
You're
going to talk
just
to me.
as
They're not
bad
gonna
as
talk
the rest of them.
But wait,
Shit.
I have a question though about Jasenia. So I think that I remember about myself specifically talking a lot of shit about Jasenia when she was on Matt's season.
You
because
did.
She was making the biggest deal out of all the other girls being mean girls, right?
Yeah.
Am I wrong about that? Okay. I like her very much on the season. I think she's better. I think she's a little more herself, whatever. The second Alana got there, she was like, oh my God, why is she wearing a ball gown? It's like hot outside. Immediate mean girl talking shit. So don't ever come at other girls and be like, don't be mean girl, whatever. Get them all kicked out.
Yeah.
You act just the fucking same when you're jealous. Everyone acts like a bitch when they're jealous. Just admit that. So I didn't like Jasenia for that reason. And it reminded me tonight, and I had to say that.
I think that's fair.
I think so, too.
Very much have a feeling that this fight, I can't believe I'm even calling it a fight, over Chris
Ugh.
has started before they got here. Like, Jasenia and Alana clearly knew both of them liked this one guy.
Definitely.
I feel like they've all hung out in group settings. I think that this is where this stemmed from. And Jasenia was able to get both of them to leave. Alana was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
It's
just
crazy.
got here.
I just got here.
She was so mad.
She's already gone.
Alana.
But the whole time, it's like, where was this energy for
Right.
Brendan and Piper?
That whole
I understand
time. Yeah.
the people on the beach didn't, like, hear as much of the conversation like between the two of them about the followers and Us Weekly and all that stuff. But come on.
But the only conclusion you can
The fact
come
that we
to,
keep bringing up Us Weekly is also making me laugh.
I know, it's ridiculous.
clearly the only reason that Brendan and Piper are there is the exact reason that Chris and Alana are there. Because they want followers, they want all this. And I know you're saying that they didn't hear them talking about it like they heard Chris talking about it, but it's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
It's the same. And Brendan, it's so funny. During those moments when it was going crazy, Brendan and Piper are there like, yeah. It's like, they're
Piper's like,
coming
yeah,
for
he's
you.
an ass. Like, I'm like,
Yeah. Scumbag.
Brendan said something. It was just like, fuck off,
Oh yeah,
Brendan.
and then at the very end they cut to him. He's like, he's just here and he's taking advantage of the system.
God.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like, brother,
crazy.
that's you, man.
So you're doing that same shit.
Are you looking in a mirror?
It's so bad. We were saying before, what can we do to minimize these people, like talking to each other and hanging out like beforehand and kind of ruining it? Like, what rules can we put in place? I think number one rule is like, don't go to San Diego.
Yeah.
You just can't go there.
If you have entered San Diego within 6 months of getting
You
cast,
can't.
you're
San
away.
Diego's
not
the new
allowed on.
stagecoach.
San Diego
That's
is
right.
the new stagecoach.
That's
I'm
right.
like, sorry, it
We-
is.
we
I think
ha-
that might be the one and only rule. Like that's
Yeah.
the only rule. Rule 2, just don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Don't be in a relationship.
Right, we
Be single.
have to figure out a way to get people who are not in relationships on the show. Like, I don't know
It's
what.
hard.
It is hard.
It's difficult.
DMs are tough. Instagram
It's almost
is
like
tough.
Temptation Island. We already have a show where couples are going on trying to fuck up each other's
Right.
lives. Like,
Right.
let's just have paradise.
It's right,
Right.
because it's getting away from them a little bit.
Yes.
It's happening too much.
Yeah.
Let's have Mark Wahlberg come in and host Bachelor in Paradise.
Imagine. What's he doing? He's not busy.
You guys, you don't know which Mark Wahlberg I'm talking about,
No.
do you?
I mean, I know who Mark
the
Wahlberg
original
is.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
The
I just said,
Temptation
what's he
Island,
doing?
yes.
He's not busy.
Yeah.
Oh, I know who
The
that one is
Temptation
too.
Island.
Temptation
I
Island.
was
Mark
thinking
Wahlberg.
about
Marky Mark?
Wahlberg's Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Wahlberg.
Movie star Mark Wahlberg.
Mark
That guy.
Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
about
no,
to
that
say
would be
like
awesome,
Mark
too.
Wahlberger of like Wahlburgers
Yes.
restaurants?
Yes.
Was that where you were
He's
going?
like-
I
He's
called
like
him Marky Mark
Wahlburgers.
to like fit in with your
Yeah,
time.
like is that where you were going?
I just
Mark
couldn't
Wahlberg,
Like
say.
Mark Wahlberg of Wahlburgers?
Marky
is-
Mark and the Funky
Yeah.
Bunch.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the lowest thing that I could think of in the Wahlberg world, and that was
That was
Wahlburgers.
that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was obviously Brendan and Piper are gonna get next week. They're probably gonna get yelled at by everybody, and they're gonna get kicked
Yeah.
Oh,
off.
I'm excited.
But like,
I mean, I hope so.
This comment just made me
it's
laugh
gonna
so hard on the YouTube. Aaron is a mean girl.
He is a mean girl. He is. He's the leader of the pack.
what did
He's
he
always
do
trying to
tonight
talk
that drove
shit.
me crazy? What did he do tonight?
Oh, he said
the date with
that's
Chelsea.
gang shit.
He's on that game
He's
shit
on
that
gang
I sent
shit.
you.
Yeah.
And
Well,
someone
because
else,
they're so clearly like cliques of friends. Is
Yeah.
like
Right.
those people are all friends. They don't know Chris and Alana. Natasha is friends with more of the older crowd who don't know the younger crowd, and that means that Brendan and Piper are just sliding through where no one else is calling them out.
Right.
And I don't know how much producers are involved with this too. Is like obviously Brendan was one of the biggest players that they got on this show. He went so far on Tayshia's season. They would much rather have him staying for more time than they would Chris and Alana.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Definitely.
I
Obviously.
think that plays into.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
think
like
that counts for something here
Yeah,
too.
I agree.
yeah, they were like, let's get
I
this
think
shit
you're
out of the way, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna go back to Brendan and
Yeah,
Piper,
for
and it's
sure, yeah.
probably gonna be even more explosive than Chris and Alana.
Also, next
Yeah.
week is only on Tuesday, so it has to be full 2 hours. Has to be about.
We
that.
got to get a
somehow.
rose ceremony. Just got to say before we get into questions, Chelsea also came down the stairs, got a date. She took Aaron, so it's like this Aaron Thomas dynamic is still going strong here because Becca also took Thomas on a date. So
Oh, remember when
there are
Chelsea-
multiple other dates going on.
Chelsea said to Aaron that, why? He was like, why'd you bring me on this date? And she said, I just heard you're really fun to be around. It's like, who?
Who told you that? Who told you that?
The folks in San Diego.
Who told you that Aaron was a good hang? Because
Belay
it's
this
probably-
information upon your head. Sweet Chelsea. No.
probably
like,
Trey,
get out.
but
It's definitely Trey.
James.
Maybe Trey's uncle. Who knows?
Chelsea also just an absolute stunning human being.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's
stunning.
out of
Yeah.
control.
Absolutely
Beautiful.
stunning. It's quite breathtaking to
So
be
tall.
honest.
Aaron
It
was 100%
Yeah.
self-deprecation
Yeah.
when on the date with her. Just
Definitely.
could not stop being like, "You're beautiful and I'm not." Like, just
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, me and my chiseled abs and facial features." And was like, "Aaron, you gotta
All right,
stop."
Aaron.
just enough.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk more about Becca and Thomas next week, I think, because we'll see more of what's going to happen there. Let's take some questions.
All right, I thought this was a fun question.
Okay.
What kind of soup would Joe be?
Oh.
chicken noodle, the most comforting one there
Grocery
is, in
store
my
Joe.
opinion.
Noodle could be.
Let's say
Maybe some potato soup with a little cheddar and
Baked potato,
and
bacon,
crumbles
and sour cream.
and sour cream. Of
I
course.
think of a Chicago
No, but
soup.
he's like but he's
warm and
Italian.
fuzzy.
Maybe he's like a pasta fagioli.
Oh, could
minestrone.
be. I was like a minestrone.
I
go with
was trying to
potato
think of a
soup.
Chicago soup, but it's not like Boston has a
Yeah.
you know,
Like
the
clam chowder.
chowder.
Italian wedding.
Chicken. Yeah, Italian wedding actually is a great soup
A
for Joe.
surprise. A lot of surprises in an Italian wedding. Interesting.
Chicken noodle is just like maybe a little too. He is
Yeah.
so comforting, but I feel like it's a little too boring for him.
Yeah.
He needs
He's got a
something
little edge. He's got a little edge.
Yeah.
I only pick
He's
potato
got
soups as
he's
my
got
favorite.
something.
He's
to
a
him.
little too quirky for chicken noodle. Chicken noodle's so mainstream.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so wallpaper.
Yeah.
When he was talking to Chris, when
Maybe
Chris
he's like a broccoli cheddar cheese in a bread bowl.
Ooh. He's not that spicy.
True.
All right.
Back.
This is turning into quite the conversation about soup.
Yeah.
Do you think Brendan and Piper stay until the end?
no way. right?
Guys, I kind of think they might.
No
think?
way.
Yeah, I don't know. I weirdly kind of think they might. Only because I just think I don't know why they would use all of that energy on Chase and Alana and then do it exactly the same to Brendan and Piper. They're either doing that for what? There's a bug in here.
I know.
I think
I haven't seen it.
they're either doing that for one or the other. And like I said, I think that they want to keep Brendan specifically there.
I think that if Natasha ends up going home, it's going
That's
to
what I'm
the people will
saying.
will
Like,
forget
they
about
won't-
it. Like, people are gonna,
exactly.
yeah. Like,
Like,
they
in
might
this
give them
rose
shit, be like, oh, that was
ceremony-
pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. There might be like
Right.
one drunken beach conversation, but
Right.
it's gonna be
they
like
might get confronted
whatever,
before
we're
this
cool the
rose
next day.
ceremony, but if Natasha gets sent home at this rose ceremony, then it's smooth sailing for them. Everybody's
Yeah.
gonna forget.
I will never forget.
I'll never forget
I
either.
will never.
I will.
Never.
Yeah, it's like the North remembers. I'll be tweeting
Yeah.
about it
Never.
every single
I'll
week.
never
Never.
forget.
I will be checking Brendan's Instagram followers for the rest of the season. And
Yep.
If they go up,
They
Yeah,
better
they-
not.
they better-
swear to
they
God,
better not.
they
Swear
will
to God.
remind
You guys
everyone
are getting
to
detention.
bring them back down.
We will put the call out for them to go back.
Back
Yes, we will.
Back down.
Do we think Becca finds love?
Oh, not here. This is not her. This is not her spot.
Go
It's
home,
not for
Becca.
her. Not
Go
telling this.
home.
Go
I don't think
home.
so.
You're better than
unfortunately-
this, girlfriend.
Right, I think, yeah. I don't think so. It'll be on the show. This bug
Oh my
is just
God, this bug is
terror.
driving me nuts.
Terror right
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
Um,
you know,
He's filming it
yeah.
We
I
want the
don't
best
think
for
so.
Becca, but I don't think it's on that beach.
Becca needs. I truly think someone that is not part of this franchise.
I think so
agree.
too.
Yeah.
I think Becca needs like a
That's why
like
I'm
a
saying
football
go
player.
home.
Yeah.
Like a southern like a Cowboys football player. I don't know why I think that.
Okay.
Interesting choice.
Let's look. We'll
We'll look into it.
yeah.
It feels like a good match.
try to
Maybe
She's
go with
Midwestern,
someone on
right?
the.
Is she
She's from
Midwestern?
Minneapolis. I would go with
Oh,
maybe
alright.
someone on the
That's
Vikings.
Midwest.
Midwest, you know, a
Vikings,
metropolitan Midwest.
Yeah. This, guys, did we notice that Aaron keeps saying Tammy deserves to cry?
Wait.
No.
Someone wrote Aaron saying Tammy deserves to cry.
Oh, that's right.
Aaron's reaction to Tammy being upset was very immature. How did we all miss this?
I missed it.
Apparently,
completely.
Aaron said that Tammy deserves to cry.
That's
I
pretty
mean, I'm
funny.
only laughing
That's
because of
the
how
first-
uncomfortable that is.
No, but that's also the
I
first
mean,
time I'm
is
laughing
Aaron
at Aaron. Like,
sneaky holding a vendetta against Tammy?
Does
and
Aaron
like,
wanna
is
fuck
with
Tammy?
him?
Has to
because
be.
of Thomas,
Yeah, right,
definitely.
right,
He
okay.
never forgets.
Oh
He
wait,
never
I'm getting
forgets.
confused.
Oh wait,
yes,
he
that's
does.
totally it.
Yes.
Yeah,
I said,
totally.
does Aaron want to fuck Tammy? He does.
Yes,
wanna
he
fuck
does.
Tammy.
He did
Definitely.
it from the very
He's
beginning.
mad that his
Tammy ditched him for
enemy.
Thomas.
Yes.
So he's like,
top of it.
karma.
Last question: do we think Natasha now has Bachelorette potential in the future?
I thought about that yesterday. I don't
That's
know
a
if
good question.
I don't know if she
And
like brings enough
she's
spice
great
to the table. Like, I feel like she just kind of.
She is really great.
Yeah.
She's very funny on her podcast. But I just, if she does, and if she's in that conversation, let me tell you, I'll believe that she was in on all this.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a very good point.
Sure, that would be.
Stay on us. I'm
that
gonna
would-
keep talking.
That would be
Yeah.
We're
the
fixing-
ultimate.
Yeah.
What?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
We're cool.
What?
What's
What?
happening?
Temporary. We just had to fix our screen. We're good.
Oh,
We're good.
We've talked for so long
back on the
that
beach.
we talked for
Screen
so
turned
long
off.
that the screen
Yeah.
went on sleep
I would
mode.
have loved it if it had come back
That's
to
where
life
we're
and it
at.
was Brendan's Instagram.
yeah.
Just
That would have been great.
That's where we're at. The TV went to
fantastic.
sleep mode.
right. I agree with you on that. Because then it's like this whole thing was
Yeah.
a springboard.
That's a
Yeah.
little much.
It's like when you set like that happened to not the same situation, but like Nick V, when you just set up a situation where
Oh, that
the
was the
person.
worst.
I guess that's not the same thing either. But you look better on the other side of it, and then it's like, oh, you want to be the Bachelorette, and that would make it seem like this whole thing was a set.
I really do like Natasha, and the way she handled that still was so good. She had so many good one-liners also, where she was just like, here they are being a TV couple on ABC. Like, I forget what it was exactly she said, but
she was funny like that.
She was great.
I feel like I wonder if she. I have to give a podcast a little listen. I have no memorable real moments except for her reaction to Brendan. And that was good, but before that, to me, I was like Natasha.
I mean,
I remember a big Natasha moment.
But I also don't understand. Natasha. Oh,
you must feel like a real asshole.
No, I don't. I feel like I'm part of her history on the show.
I would love to have Natasha.
You're part of her journey.
Honestly, at this point now.
You kind of are part of her journey.
I think so. But I do think like it is just interesting how much Joe got involved with Chris when Joe and Natasha literally host a podcast together, like are very close friends.
That is
and he did not jump in with that energy towards Brendan.
That's very interesting.
It's another.
It makes me think what. Well, like we said, the rest of the beach doesn't know about the shit about that Brendan and they were saying under their breaths.
The follower stuff.
Yeah, the follower stuff. So as far as they're concerned, Brendan just kind of like
lied about how often they hung out.
Yeah, I also think who was saying it? I think James said how the difference between Brendan and Piper versus Brendan and Natasha is that he's suddenly this like really romantic guy and he's touchy and whatever. So I think maybe just think like people are probably thinking like, oh, well, sucks for Natasha, but he just wasn't that into her and he's really into Piper. Like they're kind of in the dark. I can't wait for it to come to light.
Right.
Okay, everyone. Let's cut some stems.
That was beautiful.
Lovely.
That was really nice.
That was nice.
Waking everybody up.
That was really nice.
Let's cut some stems and give out some roses. Who wants to begin? I think there is a very clear, obvious answer for stem cutting here, but Bria?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm gonna cut night one Chris. Don't like him. I know. I gotta cut night one Chris.
No,
I'm sorry. We can split it.
It's okay. No,
I'd like
I'll think
whatever. Okay. And I'd like to give my take night one Chris. Take it. I'm gonna do something else.
Okay.
I didn't want to do this because I think people would be upset by it, but fuck that. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm cutting the rose of Becca, Tia, and Kendall. Go home. And I'm gonna give my rose to Joe.
Okay.
All right.
Just because I like him. Actually,
Okay.
gonna split the rose. They're gonna go to Joe and Riley.
No.
No.
Yep, I gave you your one back. I'm taking this
I'm
one.
sticking with
Yeah, but you took two people.
I'm sticking with it.
You do that all the time.
I do it all the time,
sticking
but I
with
go
it.
last.
I'm sticking with it.
All right, fine. Just Joe.
Okay. All right.
That was very generous.
Thank you.
That was generous.
I'm cutting the stem. There's a lot of anticipation right now.
Yeah.
One night Chris.
Wait, I like one
Great
night
one.
Chris
Great one.
better than night one Chris.
Yeah.
One night
One night Chris.
One night Chris is better
I
than
thought I
one
was
night
saying what
Chris.
you were saying.
No, but yours is better.
Okay,
one night Chris.
And then my rose. It's going to Riley.
Whoa.
I'm not kidding. Those
didn't
were the
see
ones
those
that I
coming.
had picked.
Yeah, I
Even
figured
before
they're
you
obvious
went.
choices.
Yeah, they're good choices.
Yeah.
They're good choices. So those are mine.
Kelly?
That's a good one. I'm gonna give my rose to someone unexpected, kind of random. I would like to give my rose to Noah. I think Noah showed a lot of maturity, much more maturity than we saw when he was actually on The Bachelorette.
Yep.
When Ben and I hand him the emotional intelligence book, people have been making jokes this whole time, being like, he must have read this emotional intelligence book. He seems very emotionally intelligent this time around. I'm gonna give him my rose.
Nobody seems almost spiritual.
Very much.
does.
He does seem like that, and to be honest, I really like
Or
him and
sleep.
Abigail.
Or
Or sleep, yeah, or sleep.
He's meditating.
Yeah,
Or
he's
high.
meditating.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
He's chilling.
Constantly meditating.
Take
I
a
think
mushroom.
he took in what Abigail said, and he kind of thought about it, and then talked to her and was like, you know what? I hear what you're saying. Also, I have a couple things to say. Now let's talk it out. It was very mature. I loved watching it. I'm gonna give him my rose.
Love it.
Beautiful.
My stem. Honestly, a lot of people on that beach pissing me off. I'll tell you something. Like everybody on that beach is.
There's a
pissing
lot
me
of
off.
people that deserve
They're all
to be
very
cut.
annoying. I think I just gotta stay true to myself. Aaron is really annoying. He's all annoying all the time. Every
Love
time
it.
he's around,
Love
like,
that pick.
I'm gonna
too.
cut his stem. Like I hated how he just like wouldn't let up on the "you're hot and I'm not" joke with Chelsea. That was annoying. Like show a little confidence. Like stop talking about Thomas. Stop talking about how you've been wrong. Stop talking about that you're not as hot as Chelsea, and just like be yourself according to Joe. Do that.
There you go.
Oh boy.
Are these are they gonna skate, these two that
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is the thing. What am I supposed to do? It's the obvious answer, but I
feel like
just
they can
feel
be
like
our
he is
group.
our universal.
That could be
Piper
everybody.
and Brendan are our
Yes.
universal
We all choose
choice
that.
here.
Okay.
Yes.
I will be. I'm gonna give my rose to Natasha.
Okay. That's
She
a sweet
deserves
one.
it.
She does.
I think she does.
Yeah.
And her Instagram followers.
Keep them going.
Going up, folks.
Keep on following Brendan.
Following Natasha. So I did see some people are like following Brendan and then like unfollowing him the minute later just to be like, haha.
I'm so gonna do that as soon as we stop this
You
show.
have supporters out there? No, you don't.
No.
Nah, just kidding.
JK, LOL JK.
Yeah, hello, JK.
And then cutting the stem of, oh boy. I don't know. I feel like,
You want one of mine?
no.
So generous.
You are stacked up there.
I'm stacked.
Yeah.
There's at least 3 you can pick from.
I'm looking at the list. I'm gonna go with, I'm stuck.
Okay.
Stems. Who
Let's
did some
think
things?
about
What
it.
about, how's like Kenny and Demi? We didn't really talk about them.
Oh,
Kenny
you know what?
and
You know
Mari.
what?
We didn't talk
You know
about
what?
them.
I hate to do it, and I like Demi, but I'm cutting Demi's stem.
Wow.
I think that she is there for a reason. She's there for comedic effect. She knows her role, but sometimes she gets a little too mean, in my personal opinion. Like it just gets like a little too like the name calling. Mari, she's a brat. She's entitled.
What'd she say? She's evil. She
yeah,
said?
yeah. She's like
evil. It's
yeah.
like all right.
She had a
Like,
lot
Mari's
of like
clearly
really
not evil.
Yeah, no.
mean words to use
Yeah.
for Mari when they clearly don't even really know each other, which I think she does for dramatic effect because she knows
Totally.
that's why she is there.
Yeah.
But sometimes it does feel a tad over the top.
It's a little juvenile.
Yeah. That's what I'm going with.
Okay.
All right, guys.
We're proud of you for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're proud of
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
There you go. Love that down there.
Yeah.
Unfollow Brendan.
Yeah, we're right behind her. Homework.
Very
Everybody
funny.
has homework.
That's very, very funny.
Oh, man. Honorary roast.
And follow
to Noah
Natasha.
for that one.
Yeah.
And follow
I
Natasha.
think, yeah. People know. A lot of people
Guys.
follow Natasha.
People know.
Yeah, I hope so because we're so close. Like the way things changed so drastically last night, we're so close to getting Natasha above Brendan.
It'll happen.
So close.
It'll happen by
It
next
really.
week.
All right, guys. That wraps up tonight's episode of Cutting Stems. Thank you so much for staying with us all night. I know we had a lot to
let's
cover.
pull it together.
Make sure you get your Owens mixers, folks.
Yes.
Amazon.com/Owens mixers. This is the sparkling margarita mix. Got the regular margarita mix. Both are absolutely delicious. We will be back Tuesday. Reminder, it's just Tuesday next week, no Monday, so we're back to 2 hours, which makes this show a lot easier. We will see you
Sure
next
does.
week.